So sit back for the next 10 minutes and enjoy the beautiful day with me, and we'll do a review on this boot here. Got it in the box. I've just bought another pair of these. Kind of spoils it a bit, doesn't it? I mean, you know, I think they're okay, so I won't give away too much at the moment, but here's the box. And the boot we're talking about is the Mountain Warehouse Adventurer waterproof boot. This is a hiking boot. It's not a walking boot, it is a boot, so yeah, let's get into it. And if you check out all my videos on the channel, this is the boot that I've worn pretty much exclusively up until this point. And I finally had to go get another pair. And in saying that, I do have another pair of premium boots at home, which I'll do a review on too, although I haven't done it yet because I haven't really worn them much, so, you know, and that's a pretty good thing about these ones. So anyway, we'll get into it. It's a waterproof hiking boot. It's this pair is black. Comes in the box, as you can see. It's a typical Mountain Warehouse box for boots. So we'll open it up. We'll see what we've got. Packaging's pretty simple. It's just a cardboard box with the boots in it. And there you go. Look, it's still got the tag on it. So I'll pull them out in a minute and have a look. Okay, this is the receipt, so see if I can just get it up close to the camera for you, so you can kind of see the price details. I'm not sure whether that's in focus or not, but hopefully it is. But yeah, subtotal $51.99, $7 shipping. So it cost me $58.99 in total, including shipping. And this is shipped from a New Zealand warehouse, Mountain Warehouse, New Zealand, so it doesn't have to go far. It's not coming from overseas. Here we are. Alright, so we'll shove that aside. And here they are. This is the Adventurer boot. It's quite a nice boot. It's synthetic. There's no, you know, it doesn't have genuine leather on it. Let's have a look. I'll leave that there so you can just have a bit of a squiz in the picture at them. I'll read out some of the stats. Okay, what are they? Okay, it says on the box here, water repellent finish. So I guess in technical terms that's not waterproof, but they are water repellent. They have a coating. All over the synthetic webbing and material, which makes them water repellent. Durable outer sole. Well, everybody says that, but let's have a look. We'll have a look at the sole. Quite a good sole. Plenty of grip on it. And I'll show you very shortly how they've worn. What else? Heel and toe bumper. So you've got a bit of a solid bumper there at the back. And of course, like most boots these days, they have a toe bumper as well. I have a few thoughts on toe bumpers on hiking boots. There's some good points and there's some not so good points, so I'll go through those a little bit later on too. But for now, yeah, have a look. It's a nice looking boot. This is the black model. So it is all black and grey basically, with just some kind of slightly blue highlights along there. They come in, I think it's 4 colours or 5 colours, this particular model. Has a good pair of long laces in them. And they're good strong laces too. The laces on my pair I've been using, they're still as good as new. They haven't rotted, they haven't worn out. They're pretty good. So it has these little steel eyelets there. It has the proper full loops. 1, 2, 3, 4 of those up the boot on each side, and then it has the hook type retainers for the laces, so you can choose to have it under just this one, or go to the top one to fully enclose your ankle nice and snug, keep the boot nice and firm. Stitching on it, it's pretty good. Inside, you know, they are quite a comfortable boot. I'll undo the laces on one of them and you can have a look. And as I said, yeah, they are a very comfortable boot. They've got quite a snug inside, and they do come with an inner sole in them. It's not a quality gel sole, it's just the basic inner sole, but it does the job. Yeah, Mountain Warehouse imprinted on the tongue there of the boot. You got your sizing information inside, and of course these are ISO dry. You can see that little steel tag there, ISO dry. Basically that means that the material is breathable, and when it gets wet it dries very quickly, which is good because we're not, you know, I sweat a lot around my legs and my feet, which is why in a lot of my camping videos up here you'll see me in shorts on a few of them, and it's only the winter months where you'll see me in longs. This is New Zealand, you know, everybody around here wears shorts even when they go out in the bush, and I'm the same. This pair that I've just bought now, these are, okay, the UK size 9, which is a US size 10 or Euro size 43. The pair I've previously had, which I'll show you shortly, they were 8.5, and they were good for a while, but over the last couple of trips I've done, yeah, they've given me some problems as they've begun to wear, and I'll tell you about that shortly. Now these boots are not a specifically wide fit boot. I have got a very wide foot. So if you look at them, they're not a wide fit. They're quite narrow across here. Okay, and yeah, I'll tell you very shortly what can happen if you get a narrow fit boot or a standard fit boot and you've got wide feet, especially if you're going mountain hiking in steep trails with rocks, really hard paths, roots from trees, a lot of really hard footpaths, trails and things like that. They can be a problem, as with the toe bumper. So anyway, we'll go over that shortly, but basically they're a nice boot, which is why I bought a second pair, and at that price it's pretty damn good. I'll show you my original boot, which is now a year and a half old, which I'm actually still using, but I don't use it on hiking because it's pretty much worn out. So what do I use it for? I use it for my business. You know, I do lawns, do gardening, landscaping, etc. Mostly outdoor work. You probably might have gathered that by now, me being an outdoors person doing these kind of videos. So yeah, I do a lot of outdoor work in them. So let's bring on the originals. And here they are. Sorry about me laughing, but look at the state of them. Just look at them. Have they become ugly? Have they become worn out? Have they become broken down? Look at the splitting on the side there. Can you see it? Yeah, right there. So there goes any waterproofness of this boot now. And they are pretty much, well, they are just about knackered. Same on this one. Get out of there. She's all split on the sides there. And the reason for that is because where I go hiking and I do some winter hikes, they are constantly getting damp and wet. And being synthetic and not full, genuine 100% leather, they wear out. Whether they're coated in a water repellent coating or not, or ISO dry, after a while they will begin to fail, and these ones have. The sole is actually worn really well. I'm surprised, because I do a lot of my day trips too, where I'm actually walking on concrete paths into the park. So I'll give you just another wee look at that. The sole is actually worn really well. A bit flat up here, as you can see. But I mean, a year and a bit, coming up a year and a half, to get that out of a pair of under $100 boots, pretty damn good. I've been pretty impressed. The uppers have worn well, the rear's worn well, nothing's come away, the sole is still attached. All the steel lace lugs and lace loops and lace eyelets are in good condition. They haven't rusted out, they haven't fallen off, they haven't even come loose. The laces are just still in great condition. The tongue's fine. These boots have a gusset too. You can see there, they do have a gusset connecting the tongue to the boot. And that's really good. Keeps water out, keeps other things out. Foreign matter when you're going through the bush and you're going through grass and twigs and underbrush. Stops the little twigs getting in your boot and getting in your sock. And I can tell you, there's nothing worse than getting some tiny pieces in your boot which get stuck in your sock and you're suddenly walking on needles inside your boot. So that's really good. Quite pleased about that. The inside's still good. They're still quite quite soft to walk on, quite spongy. So yeah, very pleased with them. Yeah, I'll give you my thoughts on the not so good points of this boot, and it has got a few. Okay, so we've got to be realistic about that. First thing is, they're not a premium boot. Okay, Mountain Warehouse does sell a lot of premium model boots as well, so if you want something that's even better quality, it's going to last you a bit longer, there's a few more features, like fully waterproof, they have leather boots, then go for one of those models. You know, I don't use Mountain Warehouse exclusively, but you've probably seen in some of my undershirts I wear, my ISO Cool t-shirts, I do actually wear a lot of their stuff, and I actually like it. I don't get paid anything for saying it, I have no affiliates with them or anything like that, so I don't make a cent, so I'm not giving them too much of a plug on here, because yeah, I get nothing from it. So I'm just being objective with budget conscious people, budget to mid-range price people, and Mountain Warehouse certainly fits the bill when it comes to their gear and their clothing. These are great boots, actually. You know, as I said, they've done me well. I can't really complain. But the genuine not so good points about these boots is, as I said, they are not a wide fitment. Okay, so if you've got wide feet like me, I strongly advise you to buy a size bigger than your actual size if you're going ascending and descending mountains, steep hikes and paths, because after a while, and I noticed it after a few months, I started to get quite sore feet coming down some of the very steep ascents in these particular boots. Okay, so I tried using thicker socks, etc., but I started getting problems with my feet, particularly on my Parongia mountain video. And of course, the boots that I used there, which are these ones, they were on their last leg, so I probably shouldn't have used those. In hindsight, they gave me all kinds of problems, and that was just because of the fitment. So these ones should be a bit better. You know, they're still not a wide fit, but rather than spend $500 on a wide fit pair of boots, I got these. I just got them a size bigger, so that allows me to have a little bit more room for movement on the side here. And the other big point which I don't like about these boots, and it's common in every boot virtually now, is the toe bumper. Okay, if I buy another pair of boot, a more premium boot, I'll be looking for a pair that does not have a toe bumper. And the reason for that is you can get all kinds of problems with your toes with a toe bumper. Okay, yeah, it protects you when you kick into a root of a tree or kick into some stones, etc. So it has its benefits and its positives. But believe me, if your toes begin to rub on the inside of this boot against the top or the front or the toe, you know, on any kind of terrain that's going to give you that sort of issue regularly, and I do a lot of steep hikes, I had pretty much blood blisters under my toenails, and I'll show you that in the video later on. It's not very nice, but you'll see it. And my Parongia video was probably nearly 3 months ago now, 2 months ago, and my toenails are only just beginning to harden up again, and the blood blisters underneath them are beginning to disappear. And that's not a good thing when you're out in the bush hiking. And my ascent down Parongia Mountain, which was about 4 hours, I was sore. I was really sore because my feet, my toes, as I was going down the really steep ascent, were constantly, even though the boot fit, they were constantly touching against the toe bumper, and that is solid. So you imagine your toes, which are already sore, going hard up against something hard all the way down for 4 hours, and it just knackers your toes. So you know, I clipped my toenails way short, and they were short then, but I was very surprised going downhill in these that they were giving me some real problems with my feet. But that, of course, as I said, is months on. Initially they were great for the first few months, nice and comfortable, but as they begin to wear, the fact that they're not a premium boot, yeah, I started to notice a few issues. The laces on these are really long, so that's a good point. Okay, so let's get these laced up. And there you have it. Mountain Warehouse Adventurer boot. I'll see if I can stand up and give you a slightly better shot. Not bad, not bad. Still a bit of a walk past. New York catwort, here I come. What do you think? You probably can't even see them, but yeah, no, they're pretty good. They're pretty comfortable. The Mountain Warehouse Adventurer hiking boot. Pretty good. Do I recommend them? Yeah, I do. If you keep it real and you're just using them for everyday hikes and you're doing mostly flat ground, fantastic. And a good price. Your money will go a long way with a pair of these boots. I've used them probably in more extreme conditions than they're meant to be, but they've held up well. And as I said, the only issue is if you're doing a lot of steep descents, you go up mountains and steep hills, that's mostly what you do, and trails, then they'll be good for a while, but as they wear down a few months in, you will start to notice some failings. So anyway, all in all, you know, for $51 or $58 including postage that I paid for these, bloody brilliant actually, pretty good. I can thoroughly recommend them. And that's, of course, and the proof is in the pudding, I bought another pair, you know, so we'll park those aside over here, just out of shot, slightly in shot, and I'm Rick, this is Lifestyle and Tech. Hope you liked the video, hope you got something out of it, and that's the Mountain Warehouse Adventurer hiking boot. Anyway, check out all the other videos for some other reviews, camping and tramping ones, and thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.